time for a Moochie Robinson update.
But this again, Matt's like Paul. He's a realist. So, I mean, now that the Carson is gone, look, it's sucked in my brain. Unfortunately, it's the reality I have to live in. He's gone. He's going to be an enemy for the. But now, is it wide open for the Cowboys to take over? Are you still feeling? Or what's the moves that the Dak that needs to
listen? We might not even have Dak. I mean, they're talking about Russell Wilson coming to Dallas.
Yeah, I'll be scared.
I would be scared. But listen, I think it all depends on the draft. I mean, they have a lot of we need a lot of spaces filled on defensively. Our linebackers aren't sold. I mean, you seen them last year. They're not great. They were great the year before. I thought, well, yeah, but at the same time, we're garbage in other spots that you guys are great in.
Yeah, but the thing about Jerry Jones, he likes to make good decisions. He make great decisions. Howie Roseman,
no.
At the end of the day, I still feel he's going to
screw it up.
Yeah, and get a quarterback.
Yeah, well, you know I'm sure.
How do you feel about Marcus Mariota?
I think it actually would be a nice move to bring him in as a backup, and I would be okay with Mariota. I mean, compared to what's out there, what's really out there as a backup. Unless if we could get Nick Foles back, I would take him back. Somehow get him back from the Bears, then I would go Foles. But Mariota, I mean,
like Fitzpatrick.
I'm not a big fan of him either.
But Mariota, I think, could be maybe a nice fit here. And when he came in before as a backup, he seemed to do okay. Right. And he might fit nice with the new coach.
But that's the problem with the new coach. Are you sold on this new coach?
No,
you have to give him a shot. Right.
No, this guy's never been a head coach in his life. I have no idea until he coaches.
He's never been a head coach, but I guarantee you, Colts and the Eagles is going to be It's going to be the same thing.
Really? You think the same offensive schemes and all that
Nick
stuff?
Nick Sirianni was right behind Frank Reich. Right. I mean, at the end of the day, it was his idea. Like he'll say something, and
Frank Reich seems to have better calls offensively sometimes than Doug Peterson. So
you don't got the managers making calls for him though.
Yeah,
I think he's going to have these guys in a lot more motion than what Doug had for the offense.
But I think Carson Wentz. I think Frank makes him the quarterback he was.
Oh, I think Wentz is going to be good out there.
I think he's going to do great in Indianapolis.
This is my theory too. I think Carson Wentz, what he did in Philly, he's going to do the same thing in Indianapolis
if he doesn't get what he wants.
Right. Just like he already took an L now because he don't have the number 11. And I bet you that's going to trigger his mind. He's going, kill. And he's going to see number 11 riding.
But that's my number.
And he's not even going to throw to him.
Well, you would hope he wouldn't be that petty over it. I'm saying you would hope. You would hope he wouldn't be
that
if
much
number
of a diva.
11's wide open. I mean, you would hope he would throw to him.
But remember, he got his own click, like they said. He had his own because he kept throwing the hurts and But I think about it. It's just a number to us or me used to playing football. You grow up, you get that one number from growing up until now, and then you got it in. I don't know if he was 11 when he was a young bull, but college, and then
right.
You know what I'm saying, coming in
college.
But I mean, if he's that much of a diva, on which I hope he's not, then kudos, stay over there. But my problem is, my big question is to the table is, and Bob, you could chime in too, is that. Is this going to be the pain that the Eagles are going to be seeing for because that's my fear is letting Carson go is that the Eagles are going to be at the bottom of the basement for years to come.
Rebuild. They have to rebuild.
Yeah, we have so many holes that
they were Super Bowl high
know
still
this year. We don't know what
bingo.
We don't know what Hurts is. He's got to get a full season in there.
I like Jalen Hurts.
I mean, he may be good, or
but like you said, like you said too much. I mean. That's the problem. I mean, you're going to get yourself another quarterback when you have, like you said, that offensive line that needs to be built. That needs to be restructured.
No, they better not draft with that number 6 pick a quarterback. They better not draft.
This is
I think that's where they lost Carson Wentz. was the draft.
Yeah.
When they drafted Jalen Hurts, that was the end of it.
Plus, he still had Foles.
That was only
over his back.
because Carson Wentz kept getting hurt. He was in
Yeah,
insurance
he's injury
policy.
prone.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But what was the other thing? The reason why he's going, I think Harry Roseman is just butthurt from, giving Carson Wentz away for 3-2. And he's looking at Trey Lance because he's coming from North Dakota. He did 42 touchdowns with no interceptions. He didn't really play this year or last year, but he made his first interception within the year. But I think that's what Howie Roseman is thinking.
Yeah, but it's a huge mistake if they draft a quarterback.
But what I'm saying is we got to think like Howie.
Yeah.
How is Howie thinking? Because again,
I don't know what that man's thinking.
No, but it happened 2
he better
years
be
in a
thinking
row.
his job's on the line this year. That's what he needs to be thinking.
I mean, he's been here since 2000.
Juice.
No, but
he did this 2 times in a row. What makes you think he's not going to do it 3?
Right. I mean, that's the problem.
Listen, number 6, you got to take the best guy that's available.
Yes. I mean, that, like I said, that's my problem was last year. It's like, I'm not against Jalen Hurts. It's just like, and I get he's the insurance policy. I'm like, if you would have just built what you're supposed to be building, Carson would have been a lot more happy. But like I said, it's only a matter of time. And this new coach that's going to be here, he's only the guinea pig. We all see it. Like, okay, if Howie screws up, guess who gets fired? Not Howie, this kid. And it's a shame. It's going to be the same.
And we have a whole new defensive coordinator. We don't know what this defense is going to be like.
Right.
So
I believe he's going to play a 4-3, man, but
I hope it's better than what we had.
Got better men.
Hey, listen, if we got to, we'll tell Mike Rickenbach to start strapping up again.
Let's put things into a little more perspective here. I'll take the opposite side for once because I feel like you have enough slings and arrows in you because you take the opposite side.
You know what? I'm the pinata around here. You know what I mean?
The pinata. And we also have Smitty and Shane Michael Sr. checking in. Joe Sullivan's checking in. But I mean, when you look at this offensive line, it's banged up, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you think that because I think that there's going to be a cap casualty along that offensive line, Brooks being possibly it if he's not injured,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I mean, if you go in assuming that everyone's healthy, right? That offensive line isn't horrible.
No.
So I'm saying the starters, not the piecemeal that you played with
Still top defense.
all year.
Could be.
Yeah, I mean, is you have those receivers hoping that one of them can at least get separation and play, and then you have the running back Miles Sanders, a coach who hopefully will run the ball a little bit more to take the pressure off the line. I'm not saying it's a lights out offense, but it's something
Decent.
It's not as bad as people are making it out.
I don't know. Like I said, I just hope 2 more wins. I mean, it still ain't going to rev my engine. I mean, I still think this team is at the bottom of the barrel, and I just hope at some point like that it could be a turnaround because like you see me.
We might be better than the Giants.
Might, you know what I mean? But I don't know. I mean, but it seems like that's the whole new league thing. It's like they go for these young coaches, and you just they don't care if they got coaching experience or not. They just want to know. Young coach, get it, Bobby.
No, Smitty here.
Oh boy, what does Smitty have to say now?
So Wentz and Brokeback Mountain, starring Pat. So you have Mountain. Carson's going to ball in Indy, and that's what Shane Michael Sr. is saying.
Wow,
I mean that's that's right? I mean that's
I think so. I think the kids. I think Carson's going to have a better career out there. And he's got a better head coach. He's got a better system out there. So, it's going to be fun to watch for him. I mean, granted, you're going to have to you have to see you're going to have to play Jacksonville twice a year now, which is probably going to be a cakewalk for him. You know what I mean? You're going to play Tennessee, which is going to be tough for him because I think Tennessee's going to be a little tougher matchup for him with what's his name, Ryan Tannehill at the quarterback over there. So, I mean, but then again, that division's wide open for the Colts now.
Yeah, I mean, I think their defense was pretty good. I think he has a decent line in Indy. So
and he's got a brilliant head coach.
Yeah, you have people yelling at us because we're talking too much Wentz.
Wentz this.
Chris,
but you gotta understand too. Everybody from the Colts look like they coming to the Eagles.
That's true too.
So it's like That's what I'm saying. Everything is going to look the same. So
Right. So, but let me, like I said, now let me get to the cowboy in the room.
Oh,
Let's have at it.
No. I'm just asking you. I mean, if they don't sign Dak, what's going through your mind? Because I already told you where I'm at. I'm in. I'm not happy.
It's tough. I mean, he wants top dollar money for what has he done? You know what I mean? At this point, with his ankle snapping it in half and 3/4, I don't.
Look,
I wouldn't want to give him a contract. I would tag him one more time if they're up for Dak, and see what he got left. Because once you get injured in NFL, you're injury prone.
Right.
Why would you give 3-4 year contract making $41 million a year, and he's going to be Carson Wentz?
right. That's what I would say. What if he turned into Carson Wentz?
Yeah.
Again? Yeah.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you, because look, I already seen the worst from the worst of the Eagles, but I just want to see how are you feeling about the Cowboys now? I mean, look, as an Eagle fan, I want you guys to sign Bob DiNucci and keep on playing him. But but I mean, as a Cowboys,
he's a
fan,
typical rookie,
right?
I mean, it happens. You're not. When you come out of college, they don't just throw you in an NFL like here, have at it. You know what I mean? I wish you good luck, but I don't think he's not for the Cowboys.
No.
Start off.
Yeah, there's Dalton apparently.
The replacements quarterback for Falco.
So Pat, you have a lot of conversation here about, and I'm just going to get caught up here. So it looks like Ryan Smitty's chiming in. You have Shane Michael Sr. as well.
That's my brother.
Is it? Should I just call him Shane then?
Yeah, Shane.
Shane. All right. So Shane, we haven't had a healthy OL in years, and that's true. I guess what I was trying to say is if they do come back healthy, and that's a big if, it's not as bad. But then you have Ryan Smitty saying, Carson isn't the same player as 2017. This is the same conversation we had. I mean,
right.
You're going to stick up for him, right?
Right. That's my guy. Of course, I'm going to stick up for Carson. There's 3 people in this today. Well, now 2, Carson and Drew. Now, I mean Ben and Drew. So that's my 2 other guys left.
Smitty's making a prediction.
What's that?
Eagles make the playoffs in less than 3 years. Book it now. How much is he putting on that?
Yeah, but I mean, that could possibly happen. But
a lot of holes in that team for to make playoffs within 3 years. You might get lucky.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. I mean, there's too many holes. I mean, you still have a banged up.
Well, this division's going to go neck and neck. It could go to the end of the last game of the season.
That's why we need Jamar Chase.
Well, yeah, it's true.
And now with the 17 games.
But like, if the Cowboys were healthy, they could run this division. But they're not.
No.
They got holes. I mean, and then last year with the COVID and all, I mean, they had a whole new coaching staff trying to know.
Oh, it doesn't matter. The media will say what they do every year. Cowboys are going to do it this year.
But
they don't. Remember when they was doing like 40, like they was doing touchdowns back to back? It was wasn't it last year? Wasn't that last year when they was playing? Who was they playing where they was doing touchdowns back and back? Like,
I mean, there was a Falcon. There was a bunch of teams we were.
I mean, I thought they was top notch. I mean,
the Falcons was we were down 40-10 or something like that, and then it was just offensive drives within 4 plays scoring touchdowns. I mean, if the Cowboys offense, I mean, it reminds me of when Chip Kelly was in the Eagles. He was fast offense. But guess what? That just leaves the other team to score right back. So if you're not that great on defense, slow your roll.
Sorry, you sold on McCarthy.
I'm gonna give him this year to
one more.
I'm gonna give him this year.
I think Paul's ready to throw him out the window.
I need a little bit more.
You're right.
You know what I mean? Some of his coaching decisions were horrible this year. I mean, horrible.
Or do he have the right quarterback?
And Dak.
Well, the problem with Dak is he might be hesitant coming back from that injury. You don't know what you're going to get from him because he could be.
And I'm not even sold on Dak right now. He hasn't done anything since the first year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
I think it's because
I think he's a solid quarterback. Could have potential to be one of the best.
He kind of reminded me, like when he first came in, I thought of him. He kind of reminded me of McNabb a little bit.
He's better than McNabb.
So I was
never a fan of McNabb.
I think that was only because he was a 4th round and Carson was a 1st, and they was looking at it as, oh my God, a 4th rounder is doing this and Carson's not. You know what I mean? So that's
I can understand that. Yep.
I
remember that. I remember that.
Moochie, this is probably more geared towards you, and I would like to get your reaction on this. Ryan Smitty again. Andy, Chip, and Doug have had success in 2 years. Say what you want, but they don't stay bad long. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I believe. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, that's been the history of the Eagles since Buddy Ryan's been coached. They've had a couple of years where they're not so great, but then they've always seen to rebound every time with a new coach.
Right.
I mean, look at when Ray Rhodes was here. They were good, and then they got bad, and then Andy Reid came in, and they
had a
got
nice
good.
run.
Yeah.
So
like then with Buddy Ryan, you had Kotite, and then he went down south, and then after Kotite, it was Ray Rhodes. He brought him back, and then he went down, and then Andy Reid. You had all those years with Andy Reid.
So here's something else to consider, right? And Ryan Smitty, I brought this up last show, and Ryan Smitty's bringing it up here in the comments. They have $80 million next year to spend. They're under the cap. So I mean, you take the hits this year. See what you can do about keeping certain people around, and say, look, try and sell these guys to stay, and make even, for example, Zach Ertz, just say, hey, look, we're not going to be bad for long. If you could just hang in there, we can get you your raise next year, and we can move. We can go.
I don't think he want to do that though.
I don't think he does either. But that's just an example.
Well, this year is the draft year. You got to get the draft right. You cannot screw this draft up. And next year would be the free agency year.
Look,
where
John, I prefer you making the picks. I prefer Moji. I prefer Bob. I prefer Matt. Me. Not anyone but Howie.
Yeah.
And that, unfortunately, he's got the job to do it. And it's going to screw it up. I mean, again.
He can't mess this going down the line. I think this is the most crucial draft.
Right. As crazy we like to rip on Jerry Jones. Yeah. The guy knows how grocery shop for his quarterback.
Yeah.
We don't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We get guys, let me get this guy from Alaska. He played 4th round of football. Like, no, you need to play.
Well, you messed up. We should have had CeeDee Lamb last year. That was our draft pick.
I thought they were going to switch it on purpose because they did that to Dallas Goedert.
Yeah. It was smart on that.
I don't blame them. But no, we didn't need a wide receiver. But who's going to pass up on a top 10 wide receiver?
The Eagles.
We got JJ Arcega-Whiteside. Like, come on.
We never get the top receiver in the draft.
No, and that's what you needed. We got this Rager guy who had a 46% drop ratio. Yeah, that's smart, Howie. Great job there, buddy. Now let's keep on re-signing Alshon Jeffries, who doesn't want to work with Carson Wentz.
And their history, I mean, a couple times they've hit on drafting offensive linemen, but look at their history. Then they drafted a couple head cases. You had what was the guy that wanted to be a firefighter? He didn't want to even play a lot offensive line. And then you had what was the one guy? Sean Andrews,
right?
Who was supposed to be great. And he was a head case.
And then they brought back Deshaun Jackson, and I love Deshaun Jackson, but
he couldn't stay healthy.
No, I mean he's good for one play, and then he's cooked.
And he's done.
I mean, look, that's one of the best football days are behind him.
We made the mistake of getting rid of him.
Flips into the touchdown. Stop.
That irks my nerve.
We should have never got rid of Deshaun the first time. That's when they made the mistake.
Well, that was because of Chip Kelly, right?
Yeah, Chip Kelly.
So, I mean, look, you can move on from Zach Ertz. I still feel great about Goddard. I'm okay with him. Even the kid Rodgers behind him was pretty decent this year. So, I mean, like I said, there's plenty of holes on this team.
I still would have liked to keep Zach Ertz. I still think he's a great tight end. And I think I wish they would have kept him.
No, I agree too. I mean, he's probably an Eagle franchise, the best tight end I've seen. But
other than Keith Jackson,
right? But other than that, I mean, like I said, the guy, he's probably going to have his best.
Well, we've
days
always
behind
had
him.
solid tight ends.
Brent
Selleck, Chad Lewis.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Always...
It's just like I said, the offensive line to me is the most important thing. You have to build that.
That's what Dallas built off of.
Right.
Offensive line and quarterback. You have to hit right on the quarterback.
Like the offensive line doesn't get no credit whatsoever. I've been there, done that. We don't, it's the running backs getting the interviews after the game.
My cousin Dave from Delaware's checking in. He's glad to see Matt here, a Cowboys fan. My cousin Dave is a he's a Dallas fan, a Braves fan. He's kind of like screwed up here. No, I love you, cuz. But anyways, again, to this Eagles debate, where we're going to go from here. It's just like, to me, I feel like there's the lights are off in the basement. I'm not ready to move up. I feel dead in the water. Go ahead.
Smitty's making a bold prediction.
Oh,
Oh boy.
They are 3 years away from a Super Bowl. Let's just breathe and relax. This team will be better without Wentz long term. Eagles will have more success than Indy will.
They're not three years away from.
Yeah, they're not 3. I mean, I believe that we're better without Carson
52.
Wentz, but not 3 years.
And I thought I was the one doing naked cartwheels around here. No, it's that guy. I mean, Smitty. I mean, you're something else, buddy.
Maybe 5 to 6 years, but not. I don't see the Eagles.
5 to 6, 50. 50 years away.
I don't see 3 years.
No, as long as Howie's in that front office, it's not good for me. It's definitely not good for me.
I mean, I look at Hurts. I mean, he reminds me of Russell Wilson and Drew Brees. To tell you the truth, like as long as he played 16 games, I mean, I know he got something to prove. He's going to say, you know what, y'all let Carson Wentz go. I'm the,
Step up.
Yeah, So
Well, like I said,
The one thing I do like about that is exactly that mentality. You traded away a quarterback, and I'm going to win the position. That's
Right.
his mentality. You heard it in interviews. You heard the confidence in his voice. He said, "Hey, look, I'm ready to work. I'm going to go to work."
Yep.
So I like the kid. I like that.
But to me, like that third game against Dallas, I feel, and then, like I said, that's an offensive line that's not looking great. But I feel like the league figured him out. I feel like I feel like he's just another mobile quarterback that I've seen 1,000 times. He could run, make plays, and after you take his legs away, he's going to be that same old. He's going to have a problem in the pocket.
Well, I mean,
but he got an arm though. Look at how he throws the ball, and then look how Carson Wentz throws the ball.
Right.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm not a Carson Wentz hater, but it's just
Or the realist.
you know how many times Carson Wentz throw the ball and you
Deep
snap,
breath.
caught it. Okay.
Yeah.
Anytime he threw down
like-
the field.
Yeah, so that's why I'm saying I believe he's going to do the
But
same thing.
Carson has been like it's been crazy with Carson because there's some throws that Carson made that were like spot on.
Yeah,
that's true.
He just
Absolutely
wasn't
right.
consistent.
Yeah.
Right.
No, you're absolutely right. It's just I don't know.
That
Maybe
2017 season, that's what I thought we were gonna have.
he never
for 10
got
years
injured.
ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he never got injured, he'll be
He would have been
superb right
right.
I was
Yeah.
scared a little bit with that, actually. Like seeing them
Well,
take that
I-
Super Bowl run, and I was like,
I
oh
still
my
think-
God.
I'll tell you this: if he didn't get now, say you want that Seattle
boy.
playoff game. If he didn't get cheap shotted, they beat Seattle in that playoff game with him in there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I
Like,
think they win that Seattle playoff game.
I agree
Oh,
too.
yeah.
I agree. But again, once he got hurt,
Yeah.
who would you rather have going, Hurts or McClown? Josh McCarr.
Sudfeld.
Oh yeah, Hurts obviously he's young.
That's
younger.
my point.
Yeah.
That's why I kept saying
Yeah.
it's just an insurance.
Mhm.
It was
Yeah.
just supposed to be insurance.
But now
Sit
it's going to be
back
his
and
job.
relax.
You know what I mean? So, but look, I'm going to shift gears for one more team. Those 10-9-8 76ers are coming up. Not so good Saturday night. I went off a little bit yesterday, but I want to catch your guys' reactions to John. I'll start with you. What did you see from the 10-9-8 76ers? And do you believe they can win tonight against those Indiana Pacers?
It's not. Do I believe? I think they should win. The Pacers are not that great of a team as they've been in the
pesty.
past.
Right.
But this is a game that you expect the Sixers to win this game tonight.
Right. Well, I
So-
thought they should have won Saturday night
Yeah,
too
I
against
thought-
Cleveland.
yeah.
And I know
Well,
Tank-
that's like that was just an upset.
right.
And I, you know what it was? I think the Sixers. I basically think the Sixers thought they could cakewalk and
No.
not have to do anything and win, and they made a mistake of that.
And
That's the thing, though. Like they play these teams that we should be beating.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They drop down to their level.
right. Just
It's like when they're 10 times better than these teams, but they want to take the night off and think it's going to be a cakewalk.
And that's the problem. Like I get, just when I think they can have a run to the East, Saturday night happens, and it's like, slow it down. There's a question mark. Why is Seth Curry only hit 1 for 13? Why is Danny Green not playing that well? Maxey's putting up a donut. What's going on? I mean, look, Ben Simmons has been doing some dirty work.
But this
Oh,
game,
yeah.
you want to play tough. You want to play strong. You want to win this game because you got the Jazz next,
Yeah, it's no joke.
and the Jazz. That's a
Utah
playoff
is
game
nice,
right there.
Yeah, it's probably more than
Absolutely.
just a playoff
So, yeah.
game. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's-
that's a playoff game right there.
You have to show me a little something.
Yeah.
I mean, the Sixers have to win tonight strong with Tobias Harris
Yep.
in the lineup. You
Mhm.
have to come, and that's part of the coaching. I hate, I know everyone likes Doc Rivers, But you start Korkmaz. Look, you might as well throw me in there if you're going to start Korkmaz. You know what I mean? So
we need a bench.
I mean, what do you see from the Sixers team?
We need a bench.
Yes.
We need Lou Williams. If we can get Lou Williams in as a 6-man, play better defense, we'll be all right. I keep that's all we gotta do. Play defense. You play strict defense. You good. Simmons, he did a 3. He gotta do more 3-pointers.
Right. I mean, but you know what?
It's the same thing over and over and over again.
I get people get mad with him not shooting the ball, and look, playing point guard, you should be able to shoot the 3-pointer.
Right.
But however,
it's not 3-pointer. It's just shoot the ball.
Well, I mean, he does shoot.
Yeah. Everything that Embiid is doing, Ben Simmons should be doing.
Right.
Embiid should be going. Well, he should be running. Going through the. He should be going to the hole. You know what I'm saying?
But he always looks up for the open man. Granted, that's a good thing to do. You want to give your teammates a shot, but your teammates can't make that shot.
And I told you, all Denny Green do is I don't know, just you need to stay in the gym 8 hours.
Yes.
He be throwing bricks.
I guess he don't watch Kobe enough, like he told him. But I mean, it's especially being in LA, you should be superior to shooting some threes. But that's the problem they have. The perimeter shooting. The perimeter shooting that they have is just streaky. I mean, you get Steph Curry and Danny Green. You brought them to be your shooters, and they're not really, some nights, the oven's on hot. Some nights it's just cold, really cold.
You get paid too much money to be doing it.
Why they need JJ Redick back?
Look, if they could,
but that's too much money, right?
But yeah, Bobby.
Yeah, you're the chat's lighting up here. Ryan Smitty, Adam Popple, and Shane are Shane Michael are talking it up here. Yes. So Shane's saying Tobias has been a big part of our success this season. I would agree with that.
100%.
Ryan Smitty, why is your best defensive player other than Ben on the bench? Thibault needs to play more. Do we agree with that?
I think so too. I mean,
I like him.
If you could get Thibault some more minutes, and he's right, Smitty actually brings a good point. He does need to get some more minutes. Minutes. I don't again coaching. I don't know why Korkmaz got the start the other night. I won't let that dude touch any NBA floor. I mean, I get it. You have to bring him in. You're trying to make him a shooter too, but the guy just don't have the talent for it. It is what it is.
Or I think Doc Rivers' gameplay is to keep them out to the second half so we can, in case if they
fresh
come,
legs.
Yeah,
pretty much.
That's what you need. You need some fresh legs with it. But Matt, what do you see with this team?
I mean, you see all these. Our bench coming in, I feel like they're like fresh legs are like number one. When you see our team starting to go downhill and we're down by 10, 15, and they bring in our bench players, you're seeing hustling like, whoa, back and forth. Mm-hmm. It's like, wow, where was this? Like, why couldn't they put them in like second quarter? Right. Switch it up a little bit, going from first quarter for the starters and then start switching it in the second. So that we got those fresh legs all game long.
And maybe that's another issue. Is the rotation good enough? No, his rotation is better than Brett Brown's, obviously. But okay, Bobby.
Yeah, here's actually leading into the rotation. If Adam Popple's chiming in saying you can trade for Lowry and move Curry to the bench, now that's adding a starter, and then adding to your bench. Do you agree with that?
I would take Lowry back. If for a shooter. Bring Lowry. You need him now. You need him. And I would say, hey, Seth, you did all you could. You're going to have to come up. It is what it is. You, Shake Milton, you guys are going to have to come
prove
up.
Us wrong.
Right.
Prove us wrong.
You need Lowry, though, to commit and not just be a 1-year rental. That's the other thing.
So people are also you're getting slammed for your comments about Doc. He's not the problem. That's what they're saying.
I'm not saying he's a problem, but the Saturday night game problem, I'm just asking the question.
It's just better rotation.
Exactly. You could have went to somebody else to come off the bench. Why not have Shake start for you? Shake's giving you more productivity than this. Than Korkmaz.
Ryan Smitty saying COVID Curry is the problem. He lost his mojo.
Oh no! Smitty can't be back in. Smitty was all on Steph Curry. Oh no! Oh, Smitty was all Seth Curried up. Oh no! I don't want to hear him.
I guess we're looking at him too much because of what his brother doing.
Yeah, exactly. And I tried to tell him he's not his brother. So unfortunately, we got the Curry you don't want. You know what I mean?
But another problem that the Sixers have is always rushing the ball down court. They're way too fast sometimes, especially when they're up and they're just running fast and just shooting these threes. The next thing you know, we were up by 10 points, but now we're down by 10.
Right.
You know what I mean? Then we lose our motivation, and it's a whole different ball game after that.
And you bring another problem they're having now: the turnovers.
Turnovers.
They had like 11 or 12 in the first half. First against this team, against Cleveland, who don't have Kevin Love. They don't, they had Colin Sexton. I had no idea he was an NBA player until Saturday night. I said, that's the guy that's causing you problems. So again, the Sixers team has to sharpen up tonight. You got to go against the old TJ McConnell, maybe my favorite Sixer of all time. Just kidding. You're going against him. You're going against a good pesty Pacers team. They can put them away.
They need to bounce back and win this game tonight.
Yeah.
Is anybody out? Embiid out?
No.
Simmons out? Anybody?
I think the whole team should be in the lineup tonight. Bob, is there any word on that Sixers team tonight? Are they all in the lineup?
I could check for you.
Yeah,
because that's going to be the difference right there.
Right, that should tell you whether
it's going to tell us if we're going to actually make a run for it or we're going to lose this game.
Right. So, how are you? I mean, Mooch, are you feeling this team moving forward? I mean, as in, do you still have confidence they can make a run at the East? I mean, where are you currently with them now? Do you think they should add a piece? At the trade deadline,
if they don't add a piece, they're not going nowhere. I see the Nets. The Nets taking it to the. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm there with the Nets, but if we get Lowry, I think the Sixers, it's a wrap. And you know what?
Is that still going to happen? Or is that just in the questions?
But it's kind of like a rumor, kind of a trade. But I mean, rumor that's going on. But like John said. Is he going to be a 1 year run?
I don't want to. You got to get him to commit to at least 2 years.
I think that's the thing we looked at yesterday. He's going to want a 2 year extension. He wants to come home now. I mean, the Sixers are kind of the hot commodity.
I think you make this move to get him. I think this could be the solidifying piece.
Right. He knows if you're from Philly, you don't want to play for Brooklyn. That's a no.
Yeah.
So
I got your
starting lineup.
Well, it's not the starting lineup, but I got the scratches. It looks like Joel Embiid's still very questionable to play.
He'll play.
Tobias Harris is out.
Oh, big piece.
That's all I see right now.
So then you're going to need Ben to take over the game. But that's the thing. Can Ben take over? Is going to be the issue. I mean, again, he's
been doing his thing, but I think you need Embiid in there to really for them to .
But one thing I do like about Doc, though, he gets in their faces, though. Unlike Brett Brown, he's not
messing around.
He's not rubbing powder on their backs. He's getting someone's grill, and he's telling them, "Yo, dude, you need to step up. You want these minutes? You need to step your game up." That's what I like about Doc. He don't sugarcoat it in the press conference.
The difference between being a coach and a friend.
Bingo. And you saw him late Saturday night.
Brett Brown. When did we ever see Brett Brown get in anybody's face?
No.
I don't think. I've never seen Brett Brown ever get into a player's
face. It took him 5 years to go kick a chair at the end of the playoff game.
That's all to say.
I consider him like the Jason Garrett of basketball.
Right.
Just the clapper. Good job, team.
Yeah, right. So, I mean, he's, like I said, Doc Rivers, 10 times better coach. Again, Saturday, he said, look, we came out flat. There's no exceptions to it. The team came out flat, and we got to do a better job. And
I guarantee he ripped into them. Probably.
It's probably like one of those days. Yo, media, stay out here. I got to talk to these guys.
Yeah,
and I mean, it wasn't a fun night. Heading back to your hotel room. I
could see him saying, "You embarrassed me."
Yeah,
along with yourself.
Right. I mean, have fun.
But that could be the breaker for tonight's game if he dug up in them after that game.
Right.
And the only thing I see is Embiid doing another 42, maybe doing 42 points again.
So
I can see him going off. I can see him going off.
Doing 25.
He's been doing his thing.
Yeah, he's been.
I love watching him play.
Embiid has become must-watch TV. You know what I mean? Wherever he goes with the hoop ball, my eyes are on it. It's just amazing. for a center who could do what he can do. And I get ripped for him because he's my favorite guy. But hey, look, the guy can shoot from the perimeter. He could dunk. He could do whatever he wants with it. And for guys who say that him and Ben can't play together, they're proving the world wrong. No, it was just the idiot coach at the time who can't coach. But go ahead, Bobby.
Yeah, it looks like your starting 5 tonight are Joel Embiid, so it looks like he is playing.
Yeah.
Danny Green, Ferdinand Korkmaz, Seth Curry, and Ben Simmons.
I don't like that lineup.
Now, I want to know what they put in Doc's cheesesteak tonight.
I don't think I'm going to be able to get that information.
I mean, did he go to Pat's or Geno's? Because if he went to Geno's, I understand now. But, I mean, it's
Dude, you never know. What if they're showcasing one of those guys for a trade?
Maybe, but, I mean, you need one of those guys to step up. At the same time, you're going to hurt your standings if they don't play well.
That's not a confident lineup. I don't know.
No, but like
I just
Bob
don't. It's
said,
just Danny Green to me. Like I just.
But it's like Bob said, or John said, it's that lineup's not throbbing. But like Bob said too, maybe they're trying to. Hey, look at Korkmaz. You might want him. I mean,
For
give him
Lowry.
to right because you got to see what team's going to be a seller. We talked the other night. Do we want Zach LaVine from the Bulls? Who's going to be out there? Someone's going to have to be a seller at some point.
So Shane's checking in. He's a little optimistic. This is a game to get our bench players rolling. Someone is going to show up.
I hope so.
Which one?
I'll be showing up in front of my TV. That's for sure. So, but
and then they're asking what you're giving up for Lowry.
Ooh.
You're seeing it tonight.
I think there might be something there. They might be showcasing somebody.
Maxey,
But don't showcase too much. We still need a W.
Yeah, right.
Maxey. I mean, I would have to go Maxey, Thibault, maybe.
I don't know if I give up Thibault, man.
He plays great defense, but there you go. You're plus minus. You know what I mean? He plays great defense.
How old's Lowry?
He might be late 20s, early 30s.
He's in his early 30s. No way.
Well, they're going to throw in a couple draft picks too.
I
right?
would do a couple
I
draft
think
picks
so.
and maybe a player, but I'm not. I don't even like giving up Maxey.
Really? Look, if it's
he might be a little overrated, or I might be thinking a little too highly of him, but I liked what I saw from that kid.
I did too. 3 or 4 games in, but I mean, again, what have you done for me lately?
Now,
I haven't. Saturday night he put up a donut, and I was just like, oh, dude, I can't have that. Shake Milton, you got something there, but I'm not giving up on him. But like maybe we can get rotating Green or something like that.
We could throw a Paul Spencer in there.
Yeah, I'll let send Paul Spencer to Toronto. Sure, that won't be a bad idea.
oh God, Paul Spencer's checking in.
Speaking of the devil,
Ask him if he cleaned that room up. I got some tide.
He's got some tide.
Nah.
Yeah, my man Matt Klein in the house. Cowboys Nation.
Let's
oh,
go.
there he goes. Where's the
Let's
mute?
go.
Where's the mute button already?
Let's go.
Kyle Lowry is 34 years old.
Quick question. Just out of curiosity, why are you a Cowboys fan? Just out of curiosity.
I'm gonna keep it 100 because that's what I do. Back in the day, my uncle brainwashed me to be a Cowboys fan, and I just stuck with them.
I was gonna say Shane looks like it sounds like
Shane's an
he
all
is-
Philadelphia fan.
he is
My
the-
whole family's all Eagles fans.
he had the better
So
upbringing.
you're the only one.
Yeah,
Just-
try to
and you're-
brainwash
and you're-
my sister and my cousins.
Wait, your dad didn't have.
No, my
four?
dad's an Eagle. So when you guys were inside watching the Eagles play the Cowboys, I was outside watching them through the window. I was
the Matt section.
SOL. Yeah, literally. It wasn't even a couch outside. It was like a hard chair.
So, like I said, when I met Matt for the first time, he said he's a Cowboys
Wait, your
fan.
dad had no influence about being an Eagles fan?
No.
Oh my god!
Dude,
Well, Shane. Shane and Justin were fans of athletes on the
Yeah.
Cowboys, and then like Shane was Michael Vick. So he was Falcons. He's in that. He's a 4 for 4.
Wait, how old are you?
29.
So you weren't in the Troy Aikman, Emmett
Growing
Smith
up
days.
through it. Yeah, growing up through
Oh,
it.
you were probably real young.
Right,
though.
yeah.
I still remember them.
Yeah.
But I don't. But that's the thing.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not one of those fans. Like, yeah, we got 5 Super Bowl rings. You know what I mean? What do you guys have? You know what I mean? I just
what have you done for me
Pace is
lately?
the
Glad you
past.
said that. Yeah.
What's
is the
the
past.
reason for your uncle being a Cowboys fan?
I don't know. I was young. I was really young.
I wonder about that about my wife's uncle too, Uncle Bernie.
Bernie.
But that's when I met Matt. It's like I saw Matt.
It's an outrage.
Exactly. I saw Matt. I said, Matt, you're a Cowboys fan? I'm like, they stink. He goes, yeah, I know. I'm like, why? I like you.
I would say no.
And Matt would be the same.
But to be honest, I wish we had the rivalry we had back in the day. Like, to me now, it's like both teams are not so. It's like you don't have those players that you absolutely hate. Like, I liked it when you could hate Michael Irvin and Emmitt Smith and Troy.
They used to beat you.
Oh, and Irvin was so cocky. I couldn't stand him.
Those. I mean, look,
those guys.
Every 88 on the Cowboys was cocky.
Yeah.
That's I think
my greatest day was when Dion was doing the rain dance when he got hurt at the vet.
I mean, like right now for us is Crosby. That Crosby has took that mantle, and now it's probably gonna be Jason Tatum with the Celtics.
The athletes today, their mentality is not the same. They don't hate each other. Like
they want to play with each other.
They help each other. They're trading jerseys after the game.
You didn't see that back in the day.
No.
No more
Would
Brian
Jordan ever
Dawkins.
trade a jersey? No.
No more Brian Dawkins
No.
like flying through the air or just being the Wolverine.
Yes. That's right. But listen, we're about to get out of here. I do got to ask the guys a question of the day. Of course, the Sixer game's about to come on. That's a Gobbler like to do. What's the meal plan for the game, John? I'll go with you.
Meal plan. I don't know. Maybe stop at Wawa.
There you go.
There it is.
Wawa Shorty or Classic.
I know. Listen, I do want to get into my Phillies conversation a little bit, but look, we're just pretty much up against it. Like I said, the Phillies. We're going to be talking a lot of Phillies because it's going. It's coming. Those days are coming. So
It's supposed to go up to 60s next week. So
Yeah.
that's another
Oh, that's a surprise.
Shorts and t-shirt.
Jersey Shore weather.
There goes my overtime. But Mitch, what's your meal plan for the game?
Oh, Chinese food.
You going to Chinese? I like that selection. I haven't had Chinese in a while.
Beef and broccoli.
Matty Ice.
I think I got some mayo chicken and some mashed potatoes in at home waiting for me.
See, look.
Mayo chicken.
It's just your grilled chicken with a mayo holding the breadcrumbs together and it's baked.
Sounds good.
Oh yeah, it's really good.
Now see, Matt, I don't understand. I love him like a brother, but Matt's wife, Matt's brother, Matt's uncle, everyone's an Eagles fan, but this guy. I mean, he must got like no gifts for Christmas. I mean, he must have been on that naughty list like 24/7.
They didn't buy you Cowboy stuff for Christmas, did they?
They did. I used to have a starter, one of those starter, jackets back in the day, the big one.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie. When I went to Fort Worth, Texas, to the game, I almost became only because I kept seeing this guy. He had the helmet and the way how the face plate and all that was. I was like, yo, that's nice, but I had to get out of there. It was nice.
Temptation.
Yeah, it's beautiful down there. I was down there 2 years ago.
I'm not even gonna lie. The stadium was thorough.
Dope.
We lost, but
no, it's crazy because someone asked me, and I hate to get off subject here, but someone asked me like the other day, like, why do you guys like football so much? And like when I was a kid, the helmet always,
absolutely,
the logos.
Nothing is better than that Kelly Green, Buddy Ryan Eagles.
Uniform. I used to, But Bobby, what is your meal for tonight's Sixers game?
So I had a little something before I got here.
Oh yeah,
and no, it wasn't Boston Market. It wasn't that A grade. Not the Boston Market's A grade. Okay. But it was the crispy chicken down the street at the In-N-Out.
Okay,
so it's all right, man. You just got to ask them. They leave their tenders in that little hot box,
right?
Too long, man.
So I know, like before we get out of the way, I got buddies of mine from Chicago and Dallas and all that, Texas, all that. I'm about to drop it. I'm going to Rita's Water Ice right after this. I'm going to get myself a gelati.
Well, sounds good.
And Ambler?
Yes.
I'll see you there. That's where I'm going. That's a good idea.
Yes.
I will see you there.
I didn't even know they was open.
They are open.
Yep.
And for guys,
wait, March 1st, it's free water ice today. Free waters.
No, first day. Is today the first day of spring?
No, they
No.
always do it
I
March
thought-
1st, I think.
Nah, it's
No.
always the
No.
first day of spring.
They did it early last year,
Oh.
though.
Dairy
Oh, man,
Queen's
you got me
open too.
Well, maybe things are different
My
since
wife
it's a
loved them.
pandemic.
Right.
But
Maybe they want to boost morale.
but anyway, guys, thank you for checking in. Bob behind the glass, you did a great job. John, thank you, sir. Thank you. My man Tower Power, Matty Klein, thank
Yes,
you. This has
sir.
been a great
Thank you.
Devereaux Sports Weekend. And guys, we'll catch you. See you later, Clarence.
See ya.